A short puff piece.
Hired old combines for scrap or strip them for parts. But not in tiny Lind, Washington. In Lind, they patched them up for one last run to glory. Welcome to the Combine Demolition Derby, where the accent is on thrashing, not threshing.
Get a little wild and woolly.
They hold this episode of Reaper Madness every June here as part of the Lind Rodeo. There's the usual rodeo activities, plus some other stuff that is perhaps best left unexplained, like clog dancing. But the highlight of the whole affair is the killer combines. The rules are fairly simple.
Hit everybody as hard as you can every time you get an opportunity.
Though it's mostly a man's sport, it's not all testosterone. There is one women's team.
We're all menopausal, and nobody crosses us.
The Derby itself is slow and furious, as contestants vie to be the king of the Combine Wars.
Once you ever drive in them, why, you're hooked and you want to do it forever.
As the Combine casualties mount, the arena begins to look like an Iraqi highway during the Gulf War. Smoking hulks everywhere. In the end, amid all the rubble, only one Combine is left standing. Lind's true Grim Reaper. The winner gets $1,000. The losers go home to plot ugly revenge for next year. And life in Lind goes back to what they call normal. Although, as always, that's a matter of opinion.
If you think that was a wild record, wait till you see what's coming up in the next few weeks, only on Guinness Primetime.
Daniel Lambert is a bottle cap opening machine. Watch him shake up our Guinness stage when Daniel puts his mouth to the test. And one man, one rice bowl, and a whole lot of suction. Well, Master Kwong set the record for the longest helicopter suspension ride, using only his abs of steel. Up next, can Craig Hosking fly his helicopter 40 miles an hour, 9 feet off the ground, and put a pencil in a hole 5/16 of an inch? If you want to brag or set a record here on Guinness Primetime, we want to hear from you. Give us a call at 1-888-751-8088 or visit our website at www.fox.com.
Welcome back. Here are the elements: a state-of-the-art helicopter, a robotic arm, an expert pilot, and a pencil. They all meet up in an unforgettable record attempt that takes place at the intersection of Guinness, gravity, and greatness.
California's Mojave Desert, Highway 70. This lonely stretch of road is the setting for a display of precision and skill so unique that it could only happen on Guinness. In an incredible aerial demonstration, pilot Craig Hosking will fly behind this limousine and using a robotic arm will attempt to insert a number 2 Ticonderoga pencil into this standard electric pencil sharpener, a target of only 5/16 of an inch. He will do this flying only 9 feet off the ground and moving at 40 miles an hour.
In a degree of difficulty, this is by far the hardest thing I've ever done.
Craig Hosking is 45 years old. He's married and has 5 children. Lives in Canyon Country, California. A professional stunt pilot for movies and TV, Craig has over 300 commercials and films to his credit.
I worked on Waterworld, Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games.
And he's considered to be one of the best in the business. So why would this vastly accomplished, highly paid professional want to attempt this record?
I love the challenge of figuring out how to make things happen that most people on first pass would look at and say, no way.
And to Craig, a veteran stunt pilot who's done it all, simply placing a pencil into a sharpener represents the ultimate degree of difficulty.
The limo's moving. The helicopter inherently is a very unstable vehicle as far as moving into the precision that, in this case, we're talking really 1/8 of an inch. We've got a tremendous amount of wind out here today. The hole in the pencil sharpener is very, very small. The difficulty's at 10, and this really is.
On top of it all, a helicopter is one of the most complex machines ever designed. Flying one requires incredible skill and finesse. Much more difficult to fly than a conventional airplane, the pilot has to constantly manipulate not only 2 separate hand controls, but 2 foot pedals as well. And in addition to flying the helicopter, Craig will also have to operate the custom-built robotic arm that will hold the pencil while he's racing through the air. To get a feeling for the robotic arm and as an exercise in precision, Craig demonstrates his expertise with a quick game of aerial basketball. With a 4.5-inch ball and a target 10 inches wide, Craig makes this maneuver look easy. But how well will he do when the target shrinks to only 5/16 of an inch? Despite all his skills, success is far from certain.
The variables that we can't control are unevenness of the road. The biggest one, as I said, is the wind right now. It's basically just hold your breath and go for it.
It's time for Craig to get in the air. The helicopter Craig is flying is the Bell Jet Ranger, known for its maneuverability and stability.
All right, we're ready. Let's move out. Moving out.
The ground vehicle, a Lincoln Continental limousine, chosen for its smooth ride. Craig will be in constant communication with veteran stunt driver Hubie Kearns. For the safety of those in the limo and Craig himself, the 2 vehicles have to work in perfect synchronization.
The biggest risk we have is getting the helicopter tangled with the limousine.
I'm ready when you are.
Because the limo can accelerate and stop much more quickly than a helicopter can, I don't get real close until Hubie calls speed. All he's got to do is tap the brakes, and that'll put me into the sharpener, and running into the support on the limousine could be a real problem.
Okay, there's 40 right there, 40.
Craig is about to attempt to set the record for the fastest aerial pencil sharpening, which in this case means that if the tip of the pencil shows exposed lead and you can write with it, he'll get the record. This maneuver is so difficult, just getting the pencil into the sharpener should be a record in itself. But in the exacting world of Guinness standards, a measurement is required. The measurement here? Time. The clock will start when the pencil is placed into the robotic arm and will stop when the pencil is inserted into the sharpener. The sharpener itself is a standard electric pencil sharpener, which our crew is rigged to work on top of that limo. It looks like they're ready to go. The clock starts now. Craig is lining up for the attempt, and it looks like he's struggling to keep the helicopter stable at this point. And he has to be certain that the arm doesn't get caught in the sharpener's rigging. A sudden gust of wind could be disastrous here. It looks like he's going for it. No, he doesn't get it, but he stays with it. Oh, he nearly made it, but no.
I missed it by about 1/4 of an inch.
So close. Craig wants to go for it again, but they're running out of road. He's going to have to swing around for another shot.
We are at speed.
He's lining up for his second attempt.
Okay, get another pencil.
Again, the clock will start when the pencil is placed in the arm. Here we go. Craig is trying to line it up just right before he makes his move. The helicopter lunges.
And I'm having trouble here with this crosswind.
Craig is using all of his piloting skill to fight this wind right now. Concentration is key here. Just a nudge on that stick could put him right into the sharpener. Oh, he barely misses it.
All right, well, let's try this another time or two. I think our odds are pretty low with this much wind.
The clock is still ticking. Oh, the sharpener takes a brutal hit. The robotic arm sent that sharpener flying.
Yeah, kind of bumped it a little bit there.
The unpredictable desert wind has made this attempt beyond improbable. For the safety of the crew and himself, Craig decides it's best to set this chopper down. Throughout the day, Craig and his crew fight the wind conditions and the laws of probability. When it is safe to fly, he and his team make attempt after attempt. The results? A series of hits and misses that utterly destroys 7 pencil sharpeners and one of our Guinness cameras. Now, late in the day, just as the wind dies down, Craig has to deal with a new obstacle: time. The sun is quickly fading out of sight. It will be impossible for Craig to continue much longer.
Let's go. We're losing light. Keep trying to drag. Sooner or later it'll go in and I'll get so tired I can't fly anymore.
Within minutes, it will be too dark for Craig to keep flying in close formation with that limo. After more than 10 hours in the air and coming so close so many times, Craig wants to stay in the air for as long as he can. But the darker it gets, the more dangerous and difficult this attempt becomes. Again, the clock will start when the pencil is placed in the arm. Here we go. The robotic arm weaving back and forth, so close to the mark. But if he's off by even a fraction of an inch, he won't make it. Oh, he hits the sharpener and loses the pencil.
Okay, get another pencil.
He's going for it one more time very quickly. The clock starts again.
Craig, I think you just got time for a pencil now.
They're losing light rapidly out there. Time is definitely running out. Craig makes it.
They go in? Yeah. He did it.
It looks like the pencil is broken, but it is clearly in the hole. Flying in near darkness, pilot Craig Hosking has inserted the pencil into a sharpener. A hole that's only 5/16 of an inch. Let's take a look at the replay. Here it is in its entirety. Now you can see the pencil is being placed, and Craig, in a fight with the clock, doesn't waste any time. He lines up, moves in, and places the pencil in an incredible 11 seconds. Here it is from another angle. Once again, the arm lunged forward, but this time it found its mark. The pencil was splintered on insertion, and this small piece was all that was left when we took it out. That's what you get when you use a 1.5-ton helicopter to sharpen a pencil. With the pencil lead clearly exposed, it is a new Guinness record. Stunt pilot Craig Hosking has set a new Guinness record for the world's fastest aerial pencil sharpening in an amazing time of 11 seconds.
Nice job, Craig. You can do it.
Craig Hosking receives a well-deserved Guinness trophy for his dramatic and unparalleled display of aerial skill. This man, who makes his living defying the odds, has taken a simple number 2 pencil and managed to write a new page in the Guinness book.
How about that? That closes the book on another chapter of Guinness Primetime. For the record, I'm Mark Thompson. Good night.
You'll love the all-new Guinness World Records 2002 book. Hundreds of new records, including all your primetime favorites. In bookstores now.
Next on Fox, questions tonight about a new case of anthrax, the first one in this country in 25 years. Authorities say it is not terrorist-related, but what do doctors say? Also, the driver of a bus from Chicago is talking about the man who attacked him and caused a deadly crash. And is it pleasing parents or playing God? Tonight, the controversy over helping couples choose their baby's gender. Fox News starts in just seconds.